Welcome to Maine Concerns, where our news team gives you a closer look at the events that happened around Maine this week.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Cindy Campbell. Today we're talking about families, including kids who go to the Pine Tree Camp in the town of Rome. But first, the Gear Parent Network offers support in a variety of ways to parents of children with emotional and behavioral challenges. I chatted with support specialist Sarah Judge about this parent-run program. To start off with, Sarah, what is the Gear Network?
We are a totally parent-run program. We offer support, advocacy, and empowerment to families with kids who are experiencing emotional or behavioral health concerns. We do this through one-on-one support, webinar, workshop trainings. We also offer weekly virtual support groups. We have a support line that you can call for just someone to talk to. We really have a strong focus on empowerment to help families to learn how to navigate and advocate throughout the state systems of care. And we aim to do that through these different ways that we offer support to the community.
Okay. I know when I raised my kids, I have 3 sons. I relied a lot on my parents' teachings. You know, how did my parents raise me? And I'll try to do the same things that they did. But with, for instance, a child with autism, parents are really kind of starting from scratch, aren't they? I mean, it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, you know, in the beginning, it really does feel like that. And it's true that kids don't come with a manual.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here as parent peer support to help guide parents through what may seem like uncharted territory. It's easy to feel isolated and overwhelmed, but I promise with a strong and solid network of support, it won't always feel that way.
That has to be so helpful, too, because it is so easy to feel isolated at that point. And when another parent says, oh, last night my kid did this, and you say, my kid does that, too, it's just a feeling that you're not in it all by yourself.
Right. And that's an important part of what peer support is talking to other parents who have that shared lived experience.
So Gear offers information about resources that are available to parents. I would think that's invaluable because help is out there, but if you're new to the game, you don't really know where to find them.
Right. When reaching out to Gear, say you called our support line, we would be there to talk to you and see how we could best support you and your family, answer questions. And it's important to be able to find the different things that are out there to support families throughout the state. We are part of the Maine Alliance of Family Organizations. This means that we're part of a statewide group of organizations dedicated to this type of work. We know how to navigate the many systems of care in our state, and we help families to do the same for themselves.
Okay, so you've been talking about a hotline. What is your hotline number?
We have our support line, and that's 800-264-9224. We also have our website is gearparentnetwork.org. And another important hotline that I want to mention is the statewide crisis hotline, and that's 888-568-1112.
Okay, when you need more immediate help, I would think.
Yeah, when you're having crisis, that's the number to call. But when you're looking for support and things that we can offer, please give us a call.
Okay. And I know you have training. Tell us about this session that you have coming up on January 12th, which, by the way, is my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to tell you about it. This particular training came about because my youngest child has been nonverbal, but really wanted to communicate with us. At first, he used like an icon system that uses like little movable laminated pictures and Velcro to tell us things that he wanted. Like, for example, I want chocolate milk. And it became a way of him having communication.
Okay.
And over time, that evolved into a need for a dedicated speech device that helps them to communicate much better today. Okay. You might have an idea of what that is. Like, you could imagine Stephen Hawking and how he communicated towards the end there.
Right.
It's not just for nonverbal kids. The training that we're doing is just a way for people to understand how important communication is and how to utilize these tools and adaptive equipment that's out there in order to have that ability to communicate.
That has to be so challenging because with a nonverbal child, you have to teach them a way to communicate, but a way that is going to be universally useful. Not just something that's understood within the family, but they're going to expand beyond that.
Right. So that is what the goal is for him, is that I can understand what his gestures and verbalizations mean, but I'm not going to be with him when he's in high school. Right. I'm not going to be with him later in life, and I don't know if his verbal abilities will come into a place that he can effectively communicate exclusively verbally. So having this dedicated device that he got at the age of 3 that will last him till he's 18 is huge and so important. And it's dear to my heart to be able to help other families to find these options for their kids and not have it be such an overwhelming thing to try to figure out that, there's somebody out there who's navigated this and wants to help you figure it out.
Right. So are these meetings going to be held on the computer? Is it going to be a Zoom meeting type of setup?
Yeah, yep. Right now we're doing all of our workshops and trainings virtually. We also are doing our one-on-ones virtually and our support groups as well.
Okay. So do parents need to pre-register for the training?
Yes. Pre-registration is needed to participate in this. While we aim to inform parents, there are many people who may benefit from AAC, and everyone is welcome to attend to learn more and share with those who could benefit from the information offered.
Okay. And how do folks pre-register?
They can log on to gearparentnetwork.org, and then you hit the training tab and register yourself, or you can just call our support line at 800-264-9224, and we'll get you set up when you call.
Okay. And is there a fee for taking part in it?
Nope. Actually, all of our trainings are free, and all of our services are free as well.
Okay. And more information about the resources that you can connect people to and your organization can be found on your website.
Yeah, yep. And we have, our support line too.
Okay. And finally, Sarah, what advice would you give to a parent who's listening who's struggling with a child's emotional or behavioral health needs?
I really got to say, you're doing great. Don't forget to take care of yourself. And it is vital to seek out a solid network of support. That's really what it's all about.
Did we miss anything that you can think of?
The only thing that I would add is that one thing that we hold really strongly in our beliefs at GEAR is that we interact with families coming from a place of no blame, no shame, and no judgment. That we are here to listen, we accept what you're going through, we've been through it, and we're just here to offer support and help and guidance, empowerment through advocacy.
Find more information at gearparentnetwork.org.